And let the people know. And here we go. Oh yeah, 3 minutes in. We are 3 minutes in. I don't think you could really color cast this either, right? Or can you?
I can.
Okay.
Shout out for how long you have been casting it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Speaking of that, let me go ahead and oh, Coach Metal, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and let me go ahead and take a quick break. Actually,
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be right back.
I know I can't fill this place, but I'll try my best. Again, shoutcasting the team that I've been coaching. Yeah, just going right into it. Looks like a pretty neutral game right now. The standpoint is pretty solid. Down a 4K gold lead though, or not a 4K, sorry, 500 gold lead already. On the side of Colorado State on blue side. Then on the red side we have Fresno State Bacon Yummy, a big person in the community of AoE, as well as Leon S. Kennedy, also well known as Lunatic Plus, one of the more mechanically gifted players in the community. QST, another one of that title as well too. And all these players pretty well known in the community. Maybe not so much Jinxie move, but she does put her mark as one of the better supports in AoE as well. So very, very, very good to see them finally on stage. It looks like Big Yumi's pretty well. Top lane. Big CS discrepancy in the bot lane though. 20 CS down. And that Blitzcrank pressure. Pretty heavy right there. But yeah. In terms of matchups, I mean, mid lane is a pretty decent matchup here. Looks like they've already traded backs and gotten cheater recalls on both of them. Just like pushing waves back and forth. And doing a pretty good job of out farming Wukong at the moment. And again, Karthus had a CS deficit in the bot lane, a pretty hefty one as well too. Not very easy to break out of for sure. And Blitzcrank gonna be finding a roam here right now. It's gonna be pretty difficult to work on that pressure. Big engage here though coming through. Jinxie move getting caught out by Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank getting forced to engage, and they're not getting their cheater recall where they can just freely get it back and not miss so much CS. But again, Kane moving around here. They find themselves in a very precarious position. Both flashes are up on the blue side. Colorado State might find a play here. Looks like Karthus is getting caught out here, and it looks like a flash is going to come out from Blitzcrank and from Kane. Kane securing the fight, and then Shen also dispensing that ultimate. Maybe not so needed, but pretty poor lane state right now for the top side. But again, Dragon being able to be picked up here, pretty huge for Colorado State. Looking pretty good for Colorado State right now. And they're able to just grab this Dragon, and not too big of a loss for the side of Fresno State, but again, nonetheless, still a loss. Not looking so hard right now. Here picked up by Karthus, looking to scale in, and Kane is just taking this game. Bottom lane just ahead here. So again, top lane I believe is being frozen here. Pretty simple. Straightforward, push the waves back and forth, a little bit of a tether here and there, and I'm just farming it out. Yeah, really slow game again. Which team has a better scaling comp? It's hard to say, honestly. Leona does pretty good into a composition where they have no mobility. The only two champions that have a sense of mobility are Wukong and Wolber, but they're not necessarily huge displacement. So it's going to be pretty hard for Fresno State to be playing around that this sport. But again, the ultimates of Wukong, Karthus, and Volibear do a pretty good job against immobile targets. Pretty much Ori and Frank. Again, pulls are going to be... Oh, and an engage here from Syndra. Getting the phase rush proc, getting the stun on as well too. Volibear looking for a play. Frankie G finding his way with a flash there though. Flash for flash, top lane. Fresno State blown, and the mid lane flash of Colorado State. Trade for a trade. Kane extremely greedy with the clear, but being able to secure it very far ahead right now. And a big ultimate coming out from Kichi from Colorado State, chunking out Chunky Monkey and Jake Seaman. And a potential dive here. Doesn't look like it's happening. But again, a huge CS disadvantage in bot lane. And a big engage on top side. Flash being blown by Shen. Wukong coming in. No ultimate available. And Volibear blowing his ultimate for that play. Hook going. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward game. There's a 2k gold lead for Colorado State. A teleport coming through in mid lane. And looks like Blazestorm fishing out that Shen, or fishing out that Wukong, hitting up that Rift Herald, being able to defend it. And huge level disadvantage in the jungle as well. 2 levels down. Wukong very far behind. Full warrior completed on Kane. Looking like a red Kane here with the Conqueror room set up. Karthus not even having ultimate online available right now. Looking pretty rough. And it's engage on the top side. A taunt coming out from Shen. Kane coming in, trying to get his stacks as well too. Looks like Volibear is not going to be able to get out of this one. And that's a huge play for Kane. Kane being able to pick up those red form stacks. I believe it's called the Darkened stacks. And still have ultimate available for this dive in bot lane. A big play being made topside. Wukong's going to show up here. That's not a good thing because, again, Shen can just show up in bot lane here right after pulling Wukong's resources. No flash available. And ultimate coming out on to Shen. Big play being made there, and seeing if Kane's going to be making the play here. Doesn't look like he's going to be trying or able to find anything. But, again, an easy pickup for Karthus. And big dive coming out from the bot side here. MF looks like she's going to be trading a kill here. Not a good trade for Colorado State. Fresno State coming on top of that. Being able to get that. Not a shutdown, but again, when you're behind, getting a trade and kills is very beneficial. And again, going on to Hikari as well too, who is behind. And a Shen ultimate coming out. United we stand with the Kane coming in, delivering him in and baking yummy on the Volibear. Not able to make a play out of this, potentially forcing an ultimate out from Kane. Is it going to happen? No, unfortunately. So a good setup by Colorado State in the top side. Very easy for Kane to pick up those stacks. Definitely coming in and getting what he needs. It's looking pretty grim right now for Fresno State. Colorado showing a very heavy level of dominance and just really doing a great job. And that bot lane CS level difference is going to start showing pretty soon in that mid-game transition. But again, no flash available on Ori. It looks like QSD is going to be trying to go in on Syndra and catch this Orianna out. But it looks like Orianna is going to use a shockwave defensively. And now Syndra has the ultimate available in advantage as well as a flash. There could potentially be a play here. Wukong's ultimate's coming up in about 20 seconds. Something can look up there as well. And with a team at able to just shove in lanes and make a play. Shove out and find himself making a play in other places on the map once his United We Stand is online. Again, a lot of these plays are going to be explosive. Oh, and a pull coming through from DJ Kush, lining onto the Senna. Senna being able to start a counter engage, finding a way to escape here, and a TP coming out from Orianna, and Wukong being able to finish off the EMF, and a fight going off in top lane. It looks like Volibear is having the advantage over Shen in this situation. Big trade in the top side, big trade in the bot side. AD carry for support here. Looks like another dragon, Infernal Dragon, being taken by Colorado State. So again, 2 dragons to none, and again, a fight that is still somewhat beneficial to the side of Fresno State, but the tempo of Colorado State definitely outshining that of Fresno State. A big snare landing onto Blitzcrank happening there. Stun landing onto Kane from Syndra, scattered the weak. Finding Kane, who now has red form as well too. Oh, a big flash from Orianna, aggressive flash and shockwave being blown. Blitzcrank also walking up with his Rift Herald. They're not going to be able to take the turret, but big play, big damage coming out. Oh, and a big hook landing. Wukong finding that ultimate And then also finding the kill onto Blitzcrank, a big trade there, denying that plate, and then also follow up from Syndra. And it looks like Volibear is trying to find his place here. He does have Flash available. He does not find the window. And Ori finds herself picking up those plates and backing out. That third plate being denied, it's about 50 HP from being taken. And I'd like to welcome Fantastic Fat Man back to the panel.
You want me to take over play-by-play?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright. Talk to me about what's going on in this game. Whew. I see the kills are on the side of Colorado State, but is the momentum on our side?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is still on Colorado State.
Alright.
Colorado State doing a very good job maintaining tempo. And again, right here.
Look at this. Scatter of the week does stop Blitzcrank, though.
A quick disengage. And again, a lot of pressure being pulled in from the lane of Fresno State. USD doing a good job deflecting that pressure. Still stalling out time. Arthas to up, but again, very difficult given that CS is a disadvantage in the lane. So hopefully Colorado State capitalizes on F, push that into. And I think Fresno State has such a scary, explosive team that Colorado State does have to have a good sense of execution.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Looks like an engage onto Chunky Monkey. Chunky Monkey gets dies extremely quick. Jinxie Moo able to make it out of there. Oh! Looks like Leon S. Kennedy is there to go ahead and pick up the blue buff. Knock up onto both. Oh man, Stan United comes in. Oh no, the mid laner Colorado State also rotating on over. Looks like Fresno State gets punished for the cheeky plays onto the jungler of Colorado State. Dang, 2 go down for Fresno State, unfortunately.
And a very aggressive play made by Leon S. Kennedy on Wukong there. Does secure the blue buff, but at what cost? His top laner and his own life and the bot lane pressure still being shoved in, and another pull coming through.
Ooh! Chunky Monkey was not ready for that, having to use the flash ultimate by Jinxie Moo. Now he's got to go ahead and recall again, otherwise face another death. QST though, making a play of his own. Oh, getting the Orianna extremely low. And the Karthus ultimate coming in. Does not have enough damage to execute the Orianna. Lives to see another day. Dark Harvest proc though, I believe.
It's looking pretty rough for Fresno State right now. There's such a huge disadvantage in the bot lane right now. And it also has bled into Fresno State too. Wukong struggling to find himself in the right place at the right time, given the state of the lane. And Shen still having such a huge advantage in the top lane, despite how much Volibear was winning their stage. And on top of that, Shen's impact is also much greater than Volibear's. A big fight potentially coming up here.
Oh, look at this. QST able to get scattered of the week onto the Blitzcrank. MF zones all 3 members out though with their ultimate.
Those bullet times have been placed pretty well right now too. F has been showing her sense of
Things for certain is there is still the infinite scaling of the Karthus. But when will he get online? That is the question.
And I think it just takes one turning point, right? The explosiveness of the team fights. Again, the MF ultimate was dispensed without being traded with any other ultimate, so there is a small resource advantage in terms of ultimate. Although flashes are available on the bot side of Colorado, so they won't be easily taken down by that Wukong ultimate, followed up by the unleash the power.
Looks like QST's answering the mid laner. The Orianna. Bot lane hovering around for that dragon. Looks like Ocean Drake's gonna go over to Colorado. Fresno State not prepped for it.
Completely uncontested, and United We Stand is online right too. Looks like Shen is still losing the matchup in the top lane here. So again, it looks like Shen does have a huge disadvantage. And a big engage
look
here.
at this! He's tower diving, does have the ultimate. Oh, but the stun goes onto the turret instead of the Shen. Having a back off.
An unfortunate sequence of buttons pressed there. And a big engage coming in through mid side.
Oh man.
Senna being pulled in here.
Bullet time coming out. Kane in the backline does pick up a kill onto Jinxie Moo. Wukong doing as much as he can onto the bot lane of Colorado. Oriana comes in. Ultimate right off the bat. Does pick up a kill onto Chunky Monkey. Leon Kennedy extremely low. Trying to pick up a kill during the Karthus passive, unfortunately. Oh, nice pull. UST, is he going to be able to respond with the kill? Slowly walking away from the Blitzcrank. No damage coming in. MF circling around. Doesn't get the good angle. Quest is able to walk on out of there. Uh-oh, he's still getting hunted down though. QST, he's looking to make a play onto one of them. Does land the stun. Blitz has the shield, misses the pull. Fancy feet, fancy feet. Baking Yummy and Leon S. Kennedy are here though. Is the Kane and Oriana in a sticky situation? Polar Bear, oh! The Wukong gets deleted. Requiem comes out, trying to help out with some of the damage. Red Kane still able to survive. Jinxie Moo is here for the heals. Oh, Blitzcrank is still there. Pulls Bacon Yummy. This is a guerrilla fight. Chucky Monkey does get pick up a kill onto Oriana, helping things for Fresno State. Getting him online is the answer, I think, correct?
Yeah, and there are trades still happening, but the amount of tempo that Colorado State is just constantly providing is absolutely absurd, right? Like, despite these fights just happening nonstop, the waves are still pushing in. They're still not losing as many resources. But again, I mean, dude, through those entire fights, QSD still has not fallen and has still found himself able to keep himself picked up in this game. But again, the amount of confidence coming from Frankie G pulling up that Medjai's and being able to flash after teleporting and landing that shockwave was a really insane play as well too. So again, something about both mid laners right now, just having a little conversation, you know, just trying to show that, hey, it's not a mid lane game. It's more of like who can show who off or who up with how well they can play with their.
Yep, and look at this, Blitzcrank. Oh, having to use the flash, going a little too deep for the wards.
And keep in mind that Senna is still scaling here with Karthus as well too. So again, I don't think that the game is completely out of favor for Fresno State yet. And again, that's completely non-biased. Like, they're still scaling on both Karthus and Senna, something that you can't really ever look past. But again, there's such a huge difference in jungle level right now and gold value. It's going to be pretty hard, but again, at least in this situation, Wukong is still pretty useful. Response to Kane. Again, I can't say that Kane isn't going to one-shot everybody. Red Kane.
Indeed. Here we have Baking Yummy trying to answer. Ben, the Titanic Hydra, helping things so much, along with the Cinder. Bambi Cinder, correct?
Bambi Cinder.
Yep.
NMF completing the Infinity Edge along with the Essence Reaper, 50% critical strike here. Also increasing the damage of the ultimate. Karthus does actually finish the core items though, so double pen items coming through, and there's no magic resist on MF yet, so it's still doing full damage. Oh, big engage from the backside.
Yep, Leon S. Kennedy gets a good angle onto the MF. MF gets extremely low. Oh, able to pick up a kill onto him. Fresno State is onto the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank goes down. Shan trying to make most of his team. Kane gets a 3-man knockup, healing through all of the damage. Picks up a double kill. Requiem coming out immediately with the Karthus passive. QST is still alive for his team. Oh, Oriana does get the ultimate off onto him. Still going fully into. Trades his life for it though. Not worth, especially with the Medjai's. Medjai's stacks all gone.
Yeah.
Trying to send a message, but unfortunately didn't really quite see his own. But
yeah, I think Colorado State definitely disrespected Fresno State there. I don't see why they would make that play, especially since there's a Medjai's online and it was way past 10 stacks. And then on top of that, Kane gave a huge shutdown. I don't know who got it, but it doesn't matter who, because any person on the side of Fresno State, their champions can pretty much carry through that, right? Yeah. So again, huge. And it looks like Karthus probably picked it up because he's really close in gold with MF now. And there's a 50 CS difference, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty big. And on top of that, I believe MF had gotten about 3 or 4 plates there as well. So pretty big tempo swing from Fresno State. It's looking like they're showing a bit of life. Again, TP coming down to try and secure this dragon here. And it looks like a pretty pivotal fight coming up. This dragon is pretty much going to all the soul out for the team of Colorado State. And see how it pans out. It looks like Kane's going to just walk right into the pit. And Death Down's being completed, so he's not going to be taking a lot of damage here.
Oh, look at this. 3-man snare. Leon S. Kennedy. Oh, no. Bullet time coming out. Chunky Monkey getting extremely low, but I think he's better off with his passive online. Oh, no. All members of Fresno State unfortunately go down. Quest is the only one alive. They didn't quite coordinate their engage. They didn't quite coordinate their peel. And Karthus, no ultimate as well.
Yeah, and Oliver didn't have ultimate there as well too yet, so there wasn't an engage happening. It looked like Wukong was trying to bait out some resources there, but ended up baiting his team into getting inside there, and a big pull coming through from Blitzcrank to try to initiate that fight. And once that first pick got off, second pick happened immediately. Again, even then, the bullet time was baited out by Leon S. Kennedy on the Wukong, but again, the pull just brought it right back.
Yep.
Aaron being secured along with Ocean Drake. It's looking like there's no chance for a comeback here, right?
Yeah, things are going down. The ship is sinking. Leon S. Kennedy is getting caught out. Huge damage by the MF. Confirming the kill onto Leon S. Kennedy. Let's see if they could go ahead and patch these holes up on the sinking ship. They do have the infinite scaling.
Yeah, Frozen Mallet completed on Senna. Morello Nomicon now completed as well too for some grievous wins for that Kane. Because again, he did heal through so much damage, absorbing so many resources while dealing tons of damage as well too. So being able to pick up that Morello Nomicon gives an easier way for Fresno State to apply those grievous wins so that they can stop that healing, as well as giving a possibility to win a team fight in the future. But again, those Magi stacks coming right back up for Frankie G out of Colorado State.
Yep, does have 8 stacks. He loses 10 though off of 1 death, so he's still in the danger zone of losing all of his stacks. Looks like Leon S. Kennedy is going to answer the Shen.
Yeah.
Trying to do the most he can. Ooh, huge damage. He is just so squishy. He's just desperately trying to finish up that Triforce. Blitzcrank looking around for a hook. He does land one onto Bacon Yummy, but it gets ignored. Oh, ultimate onto the Oriana. Scatter the Weak. 2 ultimates plus the... Oh, Wukong stops the Stand United. Oriana does survive though, the Ocean Soul. Oh, and he gets pulled right into the core of the bullet time. Fresno State made an attempt, unfortunately could not deliver. Alright, inhibitor turret going down for Fresno State. Oh, Chunky Monkey, you having to use the flash. Make sure he doesn't get pulled in. Oh man, now they're going for the bot in turret. Is Fresno State going to be able to answer with the defense? Kane going extremely low. Oh, Blitzcrank does pull Jinximu. Kane coming out onto Leon S. Kennedy using the stopwatch, but unfortunately does go down. Jinximu in return goes down as well. That's 2 inhibitors and 2 members of Fresno State going down. Nexus turrets. The turrets are knocking onto the Nexus. They're knocking onto the Nexus turrets. Ultimate coming out onto Bacon Yummy. Chunky Monkey trying to do as much as he can with the passive. Unfortunately, unable to fully deliver. The Blitzcrank and the Kane survive the Scatter of the Week. Quest gets 1 more kill before it's down. Boom! Colorado State takes the first victory of this best of 3. Well done by Colorado State. Here we go. Let's go ahead and put the score. It is a best of 3, so it's all right. Fresno State, just go ahead and wake up a little bit. You guys are good. You guys are good. Dust it off. Dust it off. You guys should be ready. Here we go. All right, so first game goes over to Colorado State. No worries. Hopefully Fresno State has an answer. I believe they do. They got the top-notch Quest. Quest did extremely well that game. Unfortunately, they just let the early game get out of hand too quick. But it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. We got this next game. We know exactly what needs to be done. Here we go. Let me put the scores up, so everybody knows. This is game 2 now. Coming in. This is game 2. So 1-0. So Colorado, they're showing that they have a incredibly aggressive style. That's something that Fresno State needs to watch out for. They got the picks to do it. I mean, like I said it before, Leon S. Kennedy, aka Lunatic Plus, has an ocean of champions to pick from. It was sad to see. He was incredibly behind. I didn't get to watch much of it, but I came in when they were just so behind, but it's alright. I wonder what kind of playstyle they're going to do. If they're going to repeat the scaling, they might have an answer for all the chaos from the early game. Here we go. 1-0. Game 2. No worries, no worries. It's a best of 3. Fresno State members all are familiar with that. I think AOE started with the the best of 3 in the regular seasons at one point. There we go. All right, the second game. I believe it's in the chat. It's in they're doing it through Pro Draft. I cannot get a link to that. So meanwhile we wait, let's go ahead and see what you guys want to see from the Fresno State squad. Let me know what kind of comfort picks y'all trying to see from West, from Leon S. Kennedy. Oh, sorry about that. What are some of the things you guys are trying to look forward to? I know I know the passive champion that Quest has is actually Vagar. I don't know if he's gonna do that. Hopefully no Colorado members in the stream. I shouldn't say champions. Whoops. I'm not gonna say champions at all. Gotta keep it quiet. They don't know as much as I know. What's good, Josh? Who's Josh in the chat? What up, Josh? Oh, we got 2 Joshes? All right. We are waiting for this next game, game 2, best of 3. Hopefully Fresno State has an answer back. Colorado State did pick up the game, first game. I believe they're in the Champ Select. We cannot get into it just yet. Long Ace. Finish up the Fresno City credits and transfer on over. We still got a lot of AOE talent lingering. Some have gone to other colleges. Others are just waiting for the opportunity into Fresno State. Again, just to remind people, if they are coming in, we are waiting for game 2. Gotta hold on up. It is a best of 3, and there is a loser bracket on top of it, so this is not a one and done type of thing. what happened game 1. The early game kind of got out of hand for Fresno State. Colorado State was able to just continue their lead and bleed it over towards the late game. Fresno State had a scaling comp with the Cartagena bot, and they didn't get online till it was a bit too late, and also they were just a bit too behind all across the map. Oh, lag said Shifu. I'm trying to see if I can get a go. I'm trying to see if I can get an estimated time. Meanwhile, let me see if I can make a quick graphic for the overlay. So, should I put that on the stream? You guys want to see me edit real quick? Let's see. They're not quite in game. Don't think I can get a answer just yet. Oh yeah, it doesn't fit. It becomes too small by making Fresno fit. Also, Colorado is too big, so that's why I cut it off. It was just there to try to add some aesthetic. It becomes too small though. When I put the Fresno, it just looks like weird having like a tiny Fresno in there. Same thing for Colorado. It has to be like tinier and more squished because it's so long. I was thinking of putting like CSU F for like CSU Fresno. And then I think Colorado State is CSU. But then that would have got too confusing for me right there. CSU FS? Is it CSU FS? Let's see. Alright. There's still, I believe there was like a break in between the games. They're offered a break. All right, yeah, okay. Nah, it's just FS. Oh, so it's CSU FS or just FS? Oh, just FS. Really? We don't have the CSU tag in front? That's pretty interesting. I don't know how the college those college acronyms work. CSUF is California State Fullerton. Gotcha. That's crazy. So Fresno State is really just Fresno State. How's everybody doing? How many of you coming from AOE? How many of you are coming to watch Fresno State? I see a couple new names on the chat. Oh, we got Bacon in the chat. You need to focus on your game. There you go, hostile avocado. Nice emotes. We got Tom back.
I sent you the pro draft, so you'll have some.
Oh, really? Where'd you send it to
Discord.
me? Oh, I don't have Discord open.
No, that's cool. I sent it.
Okay.
Just go over there.
Bingo. No, you're fine. You're fine. All right. So I had pro draft all along. I apologize.
Very good. I just.
Here we go. This is what the draft looks like. All right.
Yep.
Break it down to me. What's some things that you didn't expect? What's some things you expected? What are you looking forward to see?
I can't disclose my strategy.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I like that.
But that was as expected.
Oh, okay, it was as expected.
Yep.
All right, blue side is Fresno State, correct?
Correct. We chose blue side this time around. We had choice. This is 0-1 favor of Colorado State. So this is our second game. Again, as you guys see, that is not a mistake on Timo. Timo is there. Y'all know who it is. No one and only Bacon Yummy pulling it out. Something we had in the works for a good time now. It was exactly in response to Shen. Anybody who wants to watch this VOD to try and research us?
But yeah, you guys have an answer for it?
Yeah, so yeah, we think we have it and should go as planned. Something to catch them really off guard and then to upset the tempo in the best of 3 set.
That's right.
To try and just tackle them when they think they're most comfortable.
All right. I like it. I see a Samira band there. Nice. Definitely don't want that out there. You know, especially after you don't assume it's gonna be on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm close. I'm close to announcing one.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're on their comfort picks again. They picked Kane, Shen, Leona, and Misfortune. I didn't see anything spectacular about it. I think the only thing that we were really caught off guard was the Kane pick, because we didn't have a champion that could easily apply Grievous. That was one of our comings. So that's something that we didn't look into well enough.
Yeah.
Again, have info. Some of the players that they are best to try and cover as many holes in the street.
Oh, this is a whole different roster.
Majority of them.
Really? How many of them?
3 of them. 2 of them are different.
That allowed? There's no like submission of rosters. Like you can just swap up last minute.
No, they had subs. Subs signed up onto the head.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and see.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and swap things on over to the game. They should be coming in. All right, we will be having a little bit of a delay. Obviously, the 3-minute. Let's swipe on over. Boom. Here we go.
Been loaded.
100%. Put the camera back on. As you guys can see, we've been working hard on that background.
Right here.
That bad boy right there, the AoE.
I can't reach that one, but way at the corner.
Can I? Hold on.
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh snap! There it is. Oh. There you go. And
AoE is life.
And then look at that one right there. Shout out to the fridge.
Good Red Bull.
No Senna, no siree.
Yeah. So again, it may look really troll, like the drafting. Something that we were really well versed in. Just more things. There's gonna be more things for sure. This batch of student athletes are very, very versatile. Work very well with each other. It's been a blessing to work with them, as well as just seeing them come together as quickly as it has unfolded. Has been a great experience. Coached several teams in my timeline, and this team for sure has shown. They've shown a lot. They've taught me a lot about come together as a unit. Really good to see for sure.
Big.
Jumping right into it though, looks like they're all playing. Oh no, it looks like an invade from Colorado State.
Yeah. Ooh, bot side. Cassiopeia is maybe the bait, trying to act like if they're just 5-pointing. I think that was a mess up, no? Oh, Chunky Monkey is there. Does he have the sapling to go ahead and watch? No, hasn't ranked up. Alright, he sees one. Pops the ward. You see the invade. Well done in his placing. Able to catch him out. Stop them in their tracks. There we go, Fresno State.
And check it out. That Cassio, Frankie G from Colorado State, picking up that early game call. I love the confidence in that. That's wild. very, very good to see those kinds of things. It just makes me feel like people are still willing to innovate and be that confident as well too. So really love seeing that, and then the MF also picking that up as well too. Just understanding that matchup is so easy, and just really trying to utilize it. But again, off to a pretty normal start. Kane starting on the Wolves to start that timer pretty soon, or much earlier, to optimize the amount of farm he's going to get. And he's just going to skip out on the blue buff. It looks like he's kind of leaning toward top side. It's a very interesting path, but it adds one extra camp. I should say 2 extra camps, because he's going to be covering the Raptors and Wolves. So it's going to put him very far ahead. So a very smart choice by Rudolph 4 on that. Very well versed in the Kane mechanics. Oh, thank you, Kevin. AKA Mongace.
Shout out to Mongace.
Yeah.
All right. So Teemo is looking to be aggressive onto the Shen, assuming that's why Kane is trying to path towards the top side to go ahead and relieve some of that pressure. Because 1 kill, 2 kill on Shen, he provides enough resistances to go ahead and start dueling the Teemo, right? Especially after level 3 with the taunt online.
Yep. And Kane looking like he's going to option for topside here, potentially. Graves also being there on response, possibly. So, and it looks like a ping coming out as well, too. And engage in boss side here.
Leona looking to get real aggressive.
Small trade happening there, and Kane just showing up topside as well, too. Coming through with the sweeper, not actually using it and backing on a ward. Is Graves going to contest this?
Oh, yep, Leonis Kennedy goes in. Smoke screen, baking him. He actually flashes for the ignite. The poison, the airy. Is it enough? Ooh, first blood, baking him. He always calls for the Teemo. And look at this. Chunky Monkey. There's the Leona under the turret. Takes a turret shot. Helping out with the trade.
Yeah, that's a red buff onto Teemo. That's not something you want to deal with early as a melee champion in top lane.
Yeah, if Teemo is the devil, he is going through hell.
Yeah, and I just noticed that Kane is running Dark Harvest, and that's showing that
he wants to go blue.
Yeah, he wants to go blue. Can you see the Rejuve be picked up by Kane? And there's this popular build going around. Something that I'm not a big advocate of is a team at Kane, a team at blue Kane, to add that extra bit of damage. So again, Shen just being shoved in completely here, non-stop. But again, Flash being expended. Without having Shen's flash expended. So again, Shen does have opportunity to initiate later on once Kane gets back up into the top lane. And that's to say Shen isn't dead again.
Yeah. So the Teemo pick providing some, that kill, that first blood, providing some justice for the Teemo pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say a nice little answer for it.
Yeah. And again, the Coles are really showing up right now, being able to go even in lane while having that call and being able to stack it up. Cassio doing a pretty good job in lane, and as well as MF just being able to abuse that early game advantage.
Yeah, Jinximu trying to trade a little bit of life.
And again, here's that pivotal point that I was talking about that's going to be coming up pretty soon. That Kane is pathing again with the second respawn Wolves and second respawn Raptors right now, making a huge path for Kane. And you can see it in the CS difference. He's going to also end up top here into the Teemo. And this is what I was talking about with that flash disadvantage here. Shen is going to have that option. And you saw that he chose to stay. He was trying to back there, but he chose to stay. It was probably called by Kane. Kane's looking to try and pull that trigger right there. Again, if they land this play, it's going to be pretty huge. And again, pressure being put in through mid lane potentially.
Yep. Well done by the mid laner though. Cassiopeia walks on out of there. Kane not even budging to go ahead and help. Understands what his plan is.
Yeah. And again, Kane ending up in top here. Ignite not ready yet, so very dangerous play for Teemo to take right now. But again, the ward spots him out, clearing the vision ward though, and the wave is pushing in, and a good response from Fresno State to take that dragon. Teemo pulling in a lot of pressure, but again, United we stand online from Shen, but he would be ultimating in with no HP.
Yeah. I like the response from Kane actually going to a rubber what's it called? The rubber bandit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rubber bandit Gromp.
Ooh, and a big play coming here.
Oh, Ignite is on the ready. Ooh.
Yeah, and it looks like Teemo picking up those Sork boots and just maintaining that lane pressure. Shen in a very bad spot right now. You'll see that there's a small CS difference in the top lane, but it's because Teemo's wave is pushing in, and Kayn actually able to punish Graves freely, and Zillion not being able to close out that top side, allowing Kayn to do that, and now Graves is just there with no response. And it looks like Kane's going to get a free back here as well too, and Graves entering the top side to find himself doing absolutely nothing.
I would assume his next response is to go for that bot scuttle that just spawned.
Again, mid lane just slowly scaling in. That matchup is pretty resident sleeper. They're just pushing waves back and forth. But again, Cassio does have that advantage with that Cole being able to utilize that early game advantage. And, yeah, Kayn again a little farther ahead, and again, that just goes to show how well versed Rudolph is on that Kayn. Small trades coming out here on the top side, but again, Kayn being able to clear those wolves early gives him that one camp advantage, which is actually more. It becomes more and more significant as the game goes on, because of how much more extra EXP or experience Kayn is getting over Graves. But again, it looks like there's a big play happening here, potentially.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to catch up to Kayn. Leona is there to help support. Knock up onto Kayn. Leon S. Kennedy picks up the kill. Leona forced to flash on out of there, and the defense bites him in the butt.
Yeah, and that was just a quick drive-by from Graves and Janna.
Yeah.
Being able to just explode Kayn before he can even ultimate. I mean, wow, like, he didn't even respond properly. He had flash online as well too, so again, Teemo just being able to do Teemo things, and if you look at this, Kayn was actually knocked out of his pathing here, so all that beginning of process where he was setting up the wolves, he no longer is following his path. So that's something to be very cautious about when you follow that kind of gameplay early on. You're stuck in this groove where if you break it, it's very, very awkward. Oh yeah, I didn't. So again, Shen being available, and it looks like Leona's optioning for a play in topside with the Moby boots. It looks like they're gonna try and go for a delivery with Shen onto Kayn with the Leona follow-up. No ultimate available, but flash online Teemo here. Let's see if he can outplay this. It's gonna be a 3-man potential topside and a big play coming through. Ooh, and a TP coming, double TP coming in. Let's see if they can respond with this. Maokai coming through, Zillion coming with the slow, and a double stun coming through. And Shen actually falling down here with the response from Fresno State, playing to the Teemo. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, buddy. That's that bacon yummy special.
And you'll see that Zillion still has a flash and ultimate available here, so Teemo feeling relatively safe. Oh, and a big play coming out, and Kayn actually falling down to the bomb. The Zillion and the Teemo pop off, but again, a lot of pressure being relieved from the bot side here. MF being able to CS freely with that call and also getting a lot of plates. A big advantage on both sides of the map, but for opposing teams here. Again, Moby boots, pretty beneficial for Leona right now, trying to run across every side of the map, and then also has the ultimate available now as well too. So I mean, it's looking pretty grim for Colorado State right now for the early game, but let's see how well both teams transition and push through this advantage to the mid game. And a big Rift here.
Yep. Confirming the top side is Fresno State. No, Graves has all the freedom there for the top side jungle as well.
Yeah, and Teemo being able to get all of those plates and that solo local goal on that top turret. And again, I'm thinking they're gonna get another crash here with the Rift Herald.
I believe so.
Ooh.
Shen is in a.
Oh, and the blinding dart! Oh, so close.
Baking Yummy finding every advantage Teemo has. Oh, and look at this. The cast gets stuck. Oh, Petrified Gaze does land onto Leon S. Kennedy, but is able to go down. 2 more members of Colorado State are here, but it looks like they might go down. Leon S. Kennedy did have the Zillion ultimate. Backs on off immediately when it goes off.
Yeah, just looking at the level of trust, right, between those two players, Zillion and Graves. Oh, and a big potential startup here. Nope. Just going to back off, get those souls or those orbs. Arcane and just backing right out into his pathing. And the Cole almost finished and completed by Casio and MF. MF just completing it now. And again, looks like they're swapping Teemo into the bot lane here. Very interesting choice. Let's see how well they run this show.
Would that convert bot lane into the mid lane?
Very likely, yes.
Okay.
Zillion can still cover mid here. It probably is preferred, and then Maokai will probably transition into the top side here. Ooh, and a very good look from Leona here. No flash available from Teemo. Let's see how well he can play it. And he's going on the aggressive.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Kane
and a
is
big
here
play
as
here.
well. Oh.
Teemo being shut down.
Oh, but look at the burn from from the Leandri's Torment and the Shroom. Getting extremely low, and Leon S. Kennedy might be here to answer back. Lazy recalls. You know how Tom always says those are bad. Oh, actually decides to go the other way. Is he going to be able to land a smoke screen? Is he be able to get some kind of damage? Is the execute coming out? Smoke screen, and he does! Killing spree!
Unfortunate for Akechi, almost pulling out that clutch play with the execute there onto the minions. Very close. Probably a few more hits from the ranged minions would have called it there. But again, United We Stand available from Shen here. It looks like they're not trying to contest that dragon. Was it Mountain Drake?
Yeah, Mountain Drake.
They're not contesting that Mountain Drake at all here. So again, that's going to open up for a Cloud Drake or a Ocean Drake, which both are very strong for both teams. And let's see what it is.
Looks like they put Teemo back on the top side because they don't want Shen to respond down bot.
And I think Teemo walked down there for the dragon pressure. Still opted into dragon pressure despite him dying.
Yeah.
And falling. But it looks like it's, yeah, they're just going to stick with these assignments here where Shen is just going to be matched with Teemo. And it looks like a 3-man top again. Teemo pulling in so much pressure here. And a big play being made mid here. No flash available.
Oh, lands a stun and Quest walks away with the emo bomb.
Ooh.
Kobe.
R.I.P. my boy.
R.I.P. the Mamba.
Yeah, and looks like they're just going to get a plate here mid, likely before it falls off, maybe. And again, Teemo just being able to pull in so much pressure while Fresno State just keeps on applying that pressure in other portions of the map. Again, the Shen matchup is just not fun at all against Teemo. For those of you that play top lane and know about that Teemo play, it's not the funnest experience.
Oh, and look at this. Leon S. Kennedy rotates over to the top side.
Yep.
No one helping out Shen.
Yep, and Shen, flash available. That's just going to show that he's not willing to blow anything right now. And, you know, you got to question, is that a matter of tilt or is that a matter of understanding resource management there?
Hey, man, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. That's that resource management.
Yes, sir. And again, scaling from Casio and MF. MF is getting a lot of alone time in the bot side. You'll see that the level is level 9 on MF. Very close to the mid laner, Fresno State and Colorado State, but a big play here.
Look at this. And the Stand United comes out. 3 members of Fresno State, though, are here to answer. Kane cannot kill Leon S. Kennedy. Dejana Monsoon comes out to heal him up. Chunky Monkey so tanky. There is no carry for the blue Kane. Almost like he outplayed himself by turning into that form.
Yeah, and again, props to the Jinxie on Janna, going right in there with the flash exhaust and then the Monsoon just to push everybody out and heal him up. That was just, I mean, what a wonderful pick against that composition, right? The delivery with the Shen being completely nullified by a single skill on a support player.
Yeah,
looking pretty good.
West looking like he's getting caught out, but in turn, Fresno State.
Oh! Is he juking
him? He's juking him. Kane's walking through the wall, though.
And Kane is out of mana here.
No mana. Oh! Solar Flare able to land. Does have the ultimate absorbing all this pressure. Maokai does pick up a kill. Pick up the mid turret. He's running away. He slows him down with the blue smite. Quest is here. Quest is still trying to run. Kill goes over to Kane, though. I think he was trying to wait it out to see if he could give it to the Leona, right?
And just stalling as much time because, I mean, nothing happening there.
No, not yet.
And he was stalling enough time because Fresno State was responding with a mid lane push there. They did get mid turret, which is a huge advantage in macro gameplay. For those of you that are kind of new to League of Legends, mid lane turret is one of the most important turrets on the map just because it covers so much ground so that the enemy team can't cross through the map freely. So being able to take that out early is going to apply a lot of pressure, an advantage to the team. But again, that does require that vision control is very strong to cover more ground as well too. So it may be a disadvantage if not taken advantage of properly.
That's well done by Fresno State. Let's see how they could run away with the lead. They have all the momentum. Cloud Soul is going to be available for them. Or Cloud Point, sorry about that. Is going to be available for them if they are able to pick up this dragon.
Yeah. And there's a Rift Herald available on Teemo. And Zillion's on the bot side here. They can option for a lot of different plays. Dragon's coming up in 50 seconds. So that's a pretty pivotal fight. Cloud Drake very beneficial for both teams as they are both very ultimate reliant. Very good for Shen here. And Leona. So being able to capitalize on those for Colorado State is going to be very important. Again, they're going to be pushing for vision here, but no wards available on Leona, having to reset here as the dragon is coming up. Let's see what they do here. And it looks like Maokai's going to look for a play here.
Oh yeah, all of Fresno State is here, able to land a double knockup. Bullet time, trying to zone him out, but not enough damage. They completely ignore it. Just a mist in the river of destruction that Fresno State's laying upon them.
And Dragon coming up in 5 seconds. They're going to capture this, and they're going to get Sol Point.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Cass is trying to engage onto Bacon Yummy, but look at that shroom taking a 5th. Almost a 4th of his health with just one shroom.
Yeah, and it looks like a dive here.
Yep, quest is here. Rift Herald will provide the turret execution. Ultimate from the Shan does land a double bomb. Both members stunned. Leona getting caught out for being a teammate. Solar Flare. Oh, stuns 3. Well done by the Leona.
Yeah, and those are 2 ultimates that are very important that were blown by Colorado State. But again, no casualties there for either side. Could have been worse for Colorado State for sure.
Indeed. Oh, it stops the second charge.
Oh. Again, it still looks like it'll be a game for either side right now. Fresno State still has the advantage here. Teemo was trying to look for a little cheeky play there potentially. But Umbral Glaive showing a lot of value right now on that Graves. Just walking around slapping wards one time. Already has a higher ward score than both supports. So just a lot of work being done there, blowing out all their vision, and Teemo just being able to apply pressure still in this situation.
100%.
I mean, honestly, it just looks funny to see a Teemo, right? You know what I mean?
Well, it's Baking Yummy, so it's no longer become a meme.
Yeah, and a big play starting up here in topside.
Oh yeah, Chunky Monkey catching up to Shan. Ooh, Twister gets the knock up onto him. Not enough damage to truly follow up, but they do get Kane's attention. Now they know 2 members are there. MF spotted out as well. Oh, looking for a cheeky steal. Baking Yummy on a recall. And this is the point of the game where you really got to be careful in your own jungle as far as Colorado State goes. I mean, their one way to win is really to pick people off. And look at this Kane running down, trying to find the Teemo. He gets to walk through walls, so he doesn't really need to land on the shroom.
Oh,
but look at this, double TP. Oh, and the dot melts him even in the ultimate. And Baking Yummy able to survive. And they take the Kane for it too.
Yeah, and you know, you see that no one on the team of Colorado State was trying to follow up with that at all. They're not even trying to respond with anything. They can't even push anything. The amount of pressure with those double TPs coming in. What is that? The second time that that's happened already? And topside, Maokai and Zillion were not pressured heavily enough to the point where they weren't able to do that freely. But hey, it happened twice now. So there's a lot of pressure being relieved in many areas for the side of Fresno State. And they're just getting to play their own game. Let's see if Colorado State has an answer to this, you know?
Yeah. 100% we shall see. I mean, the meatball of Maokai is just benefiting from all of this. Has the Sunfire Cape, has the Bramble, has the Merc Treads. It's only going to get tankier from here. Giving Kane 1 less target. I mean, who can he really truly go on to? Graves, doesn't he have a passive that... Doesn't his E passive let him stack up armor? The Teemo is not that squishy and also shows that he can, in return, kill the Kane. Take down the Kane. Oh, Look at this, Jinximu trying to catch out the MF, but the MF is not alone. Quest is there though to disengage anything from further going on.
Yeah, and the annoying thing here is that Teemo is not even meant to be a focused target anyways, you know what I mean? And for them to have to throw in resources to kill Teemo at this point while he's dishing out an insane amount of damage, you got to remember that there's a Zillion that exists too, you know? So like, you can't just kill the Teemo. He's gonna come back to life. It's like a like that annoyance that just keeps on stabbing you on the side, you know? It's like it's eventually going to kill you. But again, a big trade coming in here.
Yeah, look at this, Teemo trying to catch the Shen on a nice flank, making him use the flash, flashing over himself. Leandri's torment and the poison. Oh, doesn't quite get him, and Kane is able to respond and pick up a kill. But that is two members of Colorado State that are not on the map. Fresno State gets to respond by slowly pushing in this inner turret. Solar Flare comes out, catches nobody. Bomb does land onto MF, and oh, well done by Colorado State using the bullet time to kill the wave. Make sure they cannot take the mid inner turret.
You do got to keep in mind too, though, that bullet time and that solar flare were expended, and it looks like they're trying to engage on mid here. Misses the flash Zenith Blade, but it re-engaged from Fresno State.
Yep, Chunky Monkey. Sand United does come out. The ultimate from Maokai coming in, rooting them down. Unable to fully engage onto him. Chunky Monkey actually having to blow the flash. And in return, is Colorado State gonna continue on? Nope, they decided to back on out. The disengages go around. A lot of ultimates were used. Dragon is coming up, and that's the next objective in both teams' sites.
Yeah. And again, the ultimate's not yet online, but again, Zillion ultimate is still there and available. No bullet time, no solar flare right now. If they stall enough time, they can probably, Colorado State may be able to have a chance, but it looks like Soul's just going to be passed right to Fresno State.
Oh man, that's got to be real scary for that for Colorado State. Zillion gets ultimate every what, like 64 seconds? Oh,
40.
Whoa, I was way off. I thought it was much longer. 48 seconds, a very prolonged fight. 2.
And there's no wards left on Leona right now. They're just trying to pull pressure here, and it looks like they're just going to try and commit to it. Again, Cassio's on the wrong side of the map, does have teleport available here.
Yep, Chunky Monkey trying to see where Colorado State is. They're taking Baron, but extremely slow. Noah does have all the resistances. Oh, sorry, Chunky Monkey has all the resistances. They completely steer away from Baron. They look to re-engage onto Colorado State. Kane going in. Petrified Gaze stopping. Leon S. Kennedy had the Zillion ultimate. Just does pop up, but look at this. Fresno State just answering right back. Bullet time. Not enough damage to really turn this fight around. Oh wow, Cassiopeia doing her best to go ahead and take this team down. Jinximu goes down as well. Double kill for the cast, and that's a 2 for 3, 2 for 4. Oh, and look at that. Quest doesn't let MF get a lazy recall out there. Leon S. Kennedy is here. Oh, and he has he has the perfect angle for that.
The disrespect from MF just face checking that for absolutely no reason, right?
Yeah, this whole team's a little lazy with the recalls. A little too used to the advantage.
Yeah, because that was a pretty pivotal point where MF just backed right in front of the turret, right?
Yeah.
I remember in Balian where Graves barely made it in time just to throw that grenade onto her.
Yeah, one thing I didn't call out was Jinximu's ultimate.
Yeah, there was so much happening in that fight. Everybody just played it. You know, Maokai was sitting up there just trying to absorb resources, and once they saw that happen, Graves just hopped in, Zillion double bombed, Maokai sitting there, and then Jinximu coming in and making that pivotal monsoon right in the middle of that fight, healing, I think it was Graves or Teemo back to health to re-engage. That was a...
Well done by Fresno State. Really securing themselves this victory here. And it looks like Kane's every move actually punished him this game. The Tiamat now doesn't have the Umbro Glaive to really help out with those shrooms and wards.
Yeah. And again, you know, I think Colorado State only needs one really good team fight. They need to find a way to lock down that Zillion. And it looks like they're just going to re-engage here.
Oh, wow. Chunky Monkey catching out the Shen. Shen trying to help out with the vision, but unfortunately goes down. Jinximu picks up the kill. Oh, and Cassiopeia is here. Chunky Monkey does land a snare, knockback combo. Bullet time coming out, trying to zone them away. Solar Flare whiffs. And Cassiopeia does live.
That's three ultimates used up there. Shen is dead, but does he have United We Stand? And then Zillion ultimate still online as well too. Let's see if they try to go for the 50-50 here.
All right. Yep.
Let's
Kane looks like he's going for it. Oh, Leon S. Kennedy secures the Baron, and then Kane pays for it with his life. That's that 50-50 that could result into a even worse time.
That was a really confident play by Fresno State, I will say somewhat so.
Fresno State's feeling themselves.
Yeah, and again, the Zillion just being so patient. You have to recognize QSD being able to just be so patient and not get anxious about those Zillion ultimates, you know?
Yeah.
And T4D's in the chat, he should understand what I'm talking about. It's like you're worried, but the level of trust from his team and from himself and the confidence to back that up makes it so much more respectable.
Yeah. And if we know, Quest definitely is super vocal in those team fights, so he's definitely rallying off a lot of communication, letting it be known to the team, like, oh, who's he targeting for the ultimate, who's it needed to.
Yeah, and this Baron Siege looks like it's a little too much with that Zillion being able to just zone out with the bombs and the slows. Teemo being able to walk in and out. Taking a bit of damage here, though. No heals available. Big Shroom popping off onto Shen, though.
Yeah, they're knocking onto 2 turrets. Hopefully they're not biting more than they can chew, though.
And slowly chipping away at that mid turret right there with that cannon. Bot side as well is going to fall, too. Ultimates online from both teams. Flashes coming up as well too. Both teams have almost an equal number of flashes being. With that being said, both turrets falling down. No action being taken by Colorado State at all. Just watching it burn.
Colorado State does not know what to do. They are on their heels. The famous quote by El Oso: "Everybody has a plan till they get punched in the mouth." 2 inhibitors coming down. Colorado State.
No shrooms bouncing in.
Oh,
big double bomb.
Double bomb, 3-man stun. Cassiopeia trying to turn onto the Zillion, onto the Teemo. Bullet time trying to melt the wave. Stopping from both Nexus turrets to go down. Zillion survives, actually.
Yeah, the monsoon from
God.
Jinximu plus the redemption saved him
Yeah.
right at the end.
The amount of trust, the amount that this team has each other's back is insane.
Yeah, and that's what I was harping on at the earlier
Yeah.
stages of the game where I was talking about. It's such a great. Oh, sorry, a big fight coming in here.
Look at this. This is TSM versus FlyQuest. They are throwing. Leona going in. Oh man, Leona in a sticky situation there, goes down, and it looks like that might be a free Elder for Fresno State. Kane looking to steal. Ooh. Oh, but Quest is using the speed. Bacon Yummy actually flashes on over. Ultimate coming out onto the Teemo. He's looking to go ahead and disengage. Leon S. Kennedy does his ultimate. Ooh. Oh, it melted before Stan United can even come in. Shen, big cooldown gone. Elder Dragon is Fresno State's. Are they going to reset, or are they just going to go ahead and engage on? It is a 4v5. Oh man. They are looking to end. Why recall when there's one big timer down? Oh, Chunky Monkey actually goes very far away for that MF snare. Oh, MF goes down. Elder Dragon proc. Solar Flare whiffs. Petrified Gaze gets 2 of them. Cassiopeia trying to do her best to go ahead and get them. Oh, Leon S. Kennedy's Elder procs. They are down. The emotes are coming out. Monsoon to make sure that they are not low enough to get engaged on. Looks like game 2 is Fresno State's. We are not out of this best of 3. Oh, so much disrespect game 1, and only for it to come back and bite them back in the butt. Well done. Well done. Fresno State, Jinximu, Quest, all had each other's back. Bacon Yummy, Leon S. Kennedy understanding their damage. Chunky Monkey knowing his role. Meatball Comp, he is so comfortable with the Maokai bot lane. It's pretty insane that he's able to do it. This is insane. The O's gotta go. Oh, sorry. Here, let me lower the mic. I think I'm peeking it. I'm sorry. I'm pretty excited though. The O has got to go. 1-1. Best of 3. Is the phrase "don't call it a comeback" when you're coming back? But you had people saying you had to tell people to not worry. Here you go. Let's do that. 1. Let's even it out again. This is a best of 3. So the next game, they do have time to go ahead and take a break. I think they have like a 5-minute, 10-minute time in between a game. So we gotta wait for that. Then the pro draft is gonna go ahead and come in after it's done. I don't think we can have it live. But well done to Jinxie Moo, Chunky Monkey, Quest, Leon S. Kennedy, Baking Yummy. Getting a win. Getting a win, baby. Let's go ahead and carry this momentum into game 3. Where is the Sunnyside JV versus free agent though? Oh, you guys rescheduled. If you guys follow the time, it will be streamed. But unfortunately, the reschedule. It's okay though. I'm not saying don't do that. You know, sometimes you got to do that. But yeah, who won versus Sunnyside JV versus free agents? Oh, who won that one? Oh, looks like we might be getting the pro draft live. Here we go. It's not started yet. It's not started yet. Sunnyside JV. Whoa. Sunnyside JV yet again answering back. So where Sunnyside Varsity has lost, Sunnyside JV has won. But Sunnyside Varsity beat Sunnyside JV. So oh my god. I seriously thought, this is how I thought. I thought it was going to be Boomer Boys, GZG, number 1. And then number 3, I assumed free agents because I didn't really know the new talent that Sunnyside had. So I assumed free agents at 3rd, Sunnyside Varsity at 4th, and Sunnyside JV at 5th. But all of these wins and losses, I seriously have no legitimate opinion. There's no opinion. I have no stance on who I think is the dominant ones anymore. And here we go. It looks like the pro draft is starting for Colorado State versus Fresno State. They banned the Timo right away. Oh my god, Bacon Yummy. The man does it. The man forces him to ban out the devil. I saw the devil and he was in top lane. Oh my god. He pulled a ban on Timo. He pulled a ban on Timo. This guy's insane. Yon and Silas. Oh, they banned the Graves in response as well. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Hackerum picked up by Fresno State. Fresno State is on blue side. Fresno State's on red side. Colorado State is on blue side. Colorado State is on blue side. Fresno State is on red side. Repeat. Unless Fresno State banned Timo, but I doubt it. All right. Maokai on the first rotation. Round 1 pick by red side. Maokai. Are they going to go with the Jana again? Or what's going to go down? Talk to me, chat. What do you guys think? Zillion picked up. I like it. They didn't ban my Orn. Let's go. Bacon, focus on your game, my guy. Talk to me, everybody at AOE. Fresno State supporters. They still pick up the Shen. Okay. Obviously, they're going to pick up the Shen to see if they have no response other than the Timo. All right. I see a Let's Go Fresno. There we go. Fresno State supporter. Zero's in. Why would you do that right now? You trying to see the boy? Trying to see the boy do sit downs and squats? I'll save it for after the stream when we talk about more AOE stuff. All right. Remind me though. Remind me. All right. So it looks like Olaf gets picked up in response after the Cassiopeia gets picked up from Colorado State. Again, Colorado State is on blue side. Fresno State is on red side. Best of 3. It is 1-1. Zero's in. I might forget too. All right, it's your duty to remind me. If not, remind me on another one. I'll do it on community chat on Friday. Blitzcrank picked up. Oh, the Orn. We got some Colorado State members watching this stream. I swear. They're banning some of the things we've said. All right, Thresh goes out. No Blitzcrank, no Thresh. The Hook champions are gone. Is there one more Hook champion? Lulu down. I'm at a birthday party who's the only dude. Hey man. It's alright, it's alright. Nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Chazy, aka Gabriel. I'm loving those emotes. I believe they're Hostile Avocado stream emotes. Shout out to Hostile Avocado, aka Spicy Guac. Oh, there he is. Oh, got chosen. Oh, Vayne. Vayne and Zeroth. Okay. This has been used to try to counter Chunky Monkey before. This from draft 1. He has experience going up against a Vayne. This is not that scary in my opinion, at least in my eyes. It's not that scary. I know Vayne is a tank melter, tank killer. Donna picked up, but he has experience going up against Vayne. Maybe this Vayne is a lot better, but we'll see. Ben in the chat, shout out. Where my boy Max? Where's our captain? Best draft captain. All right. So here we have it. Game 3. It is 1-1. Colorado State blue side, Fresno State red side. Who's gonna win? Is it Go Bulldogs or is it Go Rams? I don't think we got anybody here from Colorado State. If you are, don't message. I'm loving the meatball comp. Urgot, Maokai. They got a zillion to help him out with that ultimate, bring him back to life. I was about to say T4D. You better relax yourself. So the Cassiopeia didn't really have an effect last game. Shen got completely stomped on by the Teemo. Ekram and Olaf. That's the matchup I'm interested in. Let's see. Clovis Go Crush. Clovis Community. Alright, I think we have Tom coming back in. Yes, we do. Walk us through this draft, Tom.
Alright. I mean, come on. You guys had to have laughed at the Teemo ban, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Like, see, guys, things can work if you put enough work and time into it. You just gotta know how to use it. Yes, you can argue, oh, the team that we're playing against isn't as good, right? That they lost to a Teemo. No, that's not true. We played better teams, and it's just something where it's so niche and so unconventional that it'll work if you're not prepared for something like that. And there are a lot of flaws to that pick, the Teemo pick. So not being able to adapt fast enough is why I love League of Legends. So I mean, that's pretty much what we did here, and we had an answer already too. If they ban Teemo, what do we play? And this is exactly as we planned it as a team, how each game is going to go. And that's why best of threes It's not about how good the team is in game. It's about how good the team is overall.
Yeah.
Being able to get into the right mindset, trusting each other, drafting well, being versatile, understanding what that first round truly means. And that goes for you people who are researching me and our team. You got to figure out yourself, what does that first round truly mean? And that's what you guys see here. This third game, we didn't know what to expect, honestly. After that Teemo game, we never really know what to expect, what the enemy team is going to do at that point. And that's exactly why no one can read us third. Because we can't read ourselves.
So you're saying you predicted game 1 to get the L?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Oh, okay.
That's the goal every time.
No, don't say that. Well, it becomes that much better if they win it, right? Oh, okay. You play to lose, so if you get the win, it's a for sure game 2 win.
Yeah. And it's all a mental game. It's all a mental game.
That's kind of like how a boxer drops his lead hand to try to bait out a punch, huh?
Mm-hmm. A lot of mental game, very advanced. We'll get there, and hopefully later on in the future I get contested more so that I can start releasing my strats, because then everybody's gonna know it. But
yeah,
I do have a plan with this. But the draft went pretty well. I love that Jinxie Moo didn't get her Janna banned as well. I think that was a very huge disrespect from Colorado State. I don't think that was a smart choice by Colorado State. Leave that Janna. Maokai as well being very well disrespected, as well as the Zillion pick. Yeah, so I think Fresno State did a pretty good job, but I'm gonna have to move away from being biased and start going into the game a bit more neutral. Again, I think Colorado State did a pretty good job drafting this as well too. They've been banning the Hecarim. That's not a good sign when you don't ban it and you pick it. That kind of goes to show that you are picking it just because you don't want to play against it. It's not good to show that. I'm just trying to give advice for the future for like Colorado State, if they do end up watching this. It's like, don't do that kind of stuff in draft, because it really puts you on a crutch. It really puts you under a handicap. So don't do that. But again, if you have a Hecarim, God bless.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I think the only response to that would be like, "Oh no, I have a Hecarim in my sleeve."
Yeah,
it's like, "Oh, okay, then you're choosing comfort still." So that's always best. Yeah, I always say choose comfort over counter.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Always. I've said that. I've preached that to AOE. Our AOE meta is still showing. No, that's not the case. Sometimes they are though when they one man ban.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're looking to choose their comfort. So if they don't have any counter with their comfort, they just ban it all.
Yeah, and Hecarim is such a strong pick right now. Very overtuned. Has such a huge level of or number of plays. Like his sense of versatility is so high up there. He can be a hyper tank. He can be a hyper carry. He could be a bruiser. He can have early game ganks. He can scale into late game. Just the amount of things that he can do will possibly buy enough time for Vayne to start popping off. I really love the choice that again Colorado State went with. That's something we weren't expecting at all. Xerath and a Vayne being picked up. That's two things that don't go together whatsoever. They might have a plan, and they may just feel like they have much higher individual play than Fresno State. So again, the level of confidence I love. I like to see it. I hope it works out for them.
Yeah, I was saying Chunky Monkey is no stranger to the Vayne matchup. Even in scrims, I've seen him play up against the Vayne as the Maokai, and of course in draft season 1, he played up against us. So that's why I wasn't too scared to see it, because although Vayne is known as a tank killer, I mean you need to really ramp up to be able to make her that tank killer.
Can you buy a Bacon Yummy Fresno State jersey? I want to give you guys those jerseys so bad. They're working on it. They're actually working on it right now. So I hope that it comes soon, because there are so many people that want them. I want them.
Yeah,
our team wants it.
I want to represent my Eastern Fresnonians. So I want a Quest jersey. I'm going to buy 3 of them and sew them together so I can fit in one. And that's a fucking promise. Oh, sorry for the language.
But that's how passionate he is.
That's how passionate I am.
Yeah. So once those things happen, I will definitely send those out, those orders out, so that you guys can find some and see yourselves wearing that apparel and supporting us. Because again, I appreciate the love. I appreciate all of you guys out there watching and following us on this journey. But it looks like, again, there's going to be an early invade here from Colorado State, looking to find some vision.
Yep, Chunky Monkey eyes it out again. You're speaking on being humble. All I gotta say is community chat. I got a lot of words to say, win or lose.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, this Friday I'm gonna have my way. I can't have Fresno State on the screen though when I let that out though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to respect this collegiate match.
Yeah. So again, award being used by Zerath on top of the blue buff here on the red side. Fresno State's ward is caught out, or blue buff is warded, and no vision being pushed out from Urgot here. Because it looks like Olaf already got a ward onto the Raptors, so Urgot being more thoughtful about his own individual lane, so being able to save that and understanding that Hecarim won't be starting in that area. So yeah, once they don't see Hecarim pass through that Raptor, and they're likely to know that Hecarim is topside. So again, good information pulled from Fresno State. Looks like Colorado State losing out on the info war here. I would say investing 5 people into the bot side there, understanding that there's no other place that there could be a ward. So very, very good choice from Fresno State to push that kind of and sneak it in there. But again, this is exactly what I was talking about. DJ Kush and Ketchy being able to take that advantage in bot lane, being able to zone out the tank and the Janna there. So again, they just get their way in the bot lane, and Vayne gets a pretty free farm lane with the Cole once again. And again, I just want to point out, again, Cassio with the respect mana crystal.
Nice. No Cole in the mid lane anymore. Hey, I mind my P's and Q's now.
Yeah, looks like a pretty standard start. Olaf skipping out on the Krugs. Pretty classic, a red start in most cases for Olaf, just because the mana problem, not starting Talisman. So being able to lose out on that, but having that speed clear into the bot side, making sure that his team is safe. And you see Leon S. Kennedy choosing that pathing versus Rudolph in most games. Leon S. Kennedy really giving up that single camp early to try and give that pressure to the team. Just offsetting the timers as well too. So just to show the difference in play between junglers and how different it is between players. And again, that's what I was talking about too for AoE, where when you play with people from different regions, they have a completely different play style.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Is junglers have a different way, and a big trade in topside.
Oh yeah, look at that. Baking Yummy already having his way up against in this matchup. Shen definitely has a difficult time up against Urgot. And the shield, I don't think stops the damage going through from his charges, right? On his legs. I think it still goes through the shotgun blast.
The blast, the percent health goes through, but the auto attack doesn't.
Okay. Look at this. Hecarim on Fresno State's bot jungle. Vayne trying to go in. Does land a nice CC onto both. Jinxie Moo does have to exhaust to survive. Hecarim looking at tower dive possibly. Shifts over to the top side, bot side. Hecarim going in. Her shield should be up already. Oh! Does her best to go ahead and stop it, but Chunky Monkey in return gets a kill for that, making him that much more tankier. And oh, look at this! Ignite popped out from the Urgot. Shen does survive though, with so little health. And is this going to be a repeat of Fresno State on the top side? Nope. Giannis Kennedy decides not to.
That was a really good play by Bacon Yummy in top side. Rudolph trading that kill, I think it's probably worth for him, honestly, to get that advantage and putting that advantage on a tank who doesn't necessarily need that much gold. So again, I agree with Rudolph's choice of trading that kill in the bot lane, and then also to deny Janna from getting that experience. So I like it. Phage being picked up by Hecarim too. That's something that I'm not a big fan of. Phage rush in a scenario where power farming is more of the route. So I would have liked to see a Sheen, that CDR plus a bit more mana to stay healthier for your clears, and then also that extra damage just for the clear. But again, Phage doesn't fall too far from increasing the damage of Hecarim's clear, but just for you guys out there, a small fact about Hecarim is his single camp clear is very slow. Sheen increases your single target damage, helps out a lot with his clear time in comparison to a Phage. So just something to think about. But again, either or, they're both very beneficial in their own way. And I'm more of a fan of clear time once you get that advantage early.
Yeah. That's pretty legit, because you would think like, oh, you wanna farm up faster. You would think like a Tiamat or like a Bambi Sender, but no, you're saying he's already fine with the multiple unit camps. It's the single target camps where he needs help at. So Sheen,
Yeah,
that's a pretty good thought process. And look at this, Hecarim actually recalling. Oh, he actually stops the recall. Ooh. Dragon. Oh, that could be detrimental to Fresno State. Nope, he wasn't even ready for it.
yeah.
First drag going over to Fresno State there.
Yeah, that's a really good Drake to deny from Hecarim for the movement speed, and then as well as the ultimates like on Shen as well too.
Yeah.
So being able to get that early, because you got to keep in mind, oh, a big fight coming up in your top side.
Oh yeah, look at this, Baking Yummy baiting out the block, slowly chunking him down. Does land the ultimate. Is he gonna be able to execute? He needs a little bit more health. I think it might have been done. Shen doing his best to go ahead and turn that around, and he actually gets the better of that exchange. Well done. I think a little too hasty on the ultimate.
Yeah, and you see the engage happening from Hecarim here, coming right through.
Oh, yep, Hecarim coming in, nice response, and Shen goes down. It looks like he might be able to deny some minions.
Yeah, and that's not even that bad, you know.
No, only two, yeah.
Yeah, especially since Hecarim is coming through and then ending up with the assist on that. I would say it would be very worth for Colorado State if the Hecarim had picked that up, because of the fact that it would hyperscale or hyper accelerate Hecarim into the camp clearing. But it looks like Hecarim is getting caught out by Olaf possibly, and Zillion.
Yep.
Landing the axe.
Oh no, has the spring plant.
Yep, and getting out of there. So again, like Bacon Yummy pulling in pressure. I mean, that's a top lane thing to do, you know. And then looks like they're gonna get engaged here. The slow coming down. No stun available from Zillion though. Used it on the blue buff, and they're just gonna steal away the blue here. And again, that's a very good response. Zillion having to sacrifice there, not too much as well. Being able to pick up the blue buff. Oh, unfortunate.
Gets passed over to Olaf.
isn't the end of the world. Zillion does have TP online and still enough mana to clear.
And their own blue buff. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of that.
Yep. And again, once the Hecarim starts getting higher into the levels and starts to get the core items, Trinity Force, Death's Dance, he's going to be an unkillable monster at a point. And that's going to be something that Fresno State has to think about. But again, keep in mind that there's no flash available on the Hecarim, and there's no disengage from the side of Colorado State. Like, none of the champions provide any sort of disengage. So it's going to be pretty hard once Hecarim gets caught out. But if Hecarim gets the chance, if Rudolph on the Hecarim, it's funny because I just realized he's playing Rudolph, or he's playing Hecarim, and his name is like the reindeer. And I mean, if he gets to do his own thing, it's going to be really hard for Fresno State to deal with that issue.
Oh, look at that. Leon S. Kennedy gets double objective.
Yeah. Dragon and Rift Herald down. Uncontested. Hecarim walking into a top side with no camps. That's pretty tragic. Oh, I think the wolves just spawned here.
Oh, they just spawned.
He does get the wolves. And Olaf having a full side ready to be cleared on top of Rift Herald. And Zillion slowly getting to scale in, not being punished for roaming so much and playing around the team so much. Yeah, and it just looks like,
oh man, they are trying to harass a tank, but he is a beefy boy.
Nope. And a lot of neutralizing happening in mid and bot, where you're not seeing much action. It's kind of just like, what are the junglers gonna do in this situation? And it looks like Leon S. Kennedy is just trying to play the macro game, really trying to deny the Hecarim, and Hecarim just freely getting option to do a lot. But he's also limited in the farming areas. Yeah. So there's a lot of trade-offs happening in this game.
Still coming out to try to protect the turret, holding him off from those plates.
Yeah. And Olaf looking to jump the plant here. Is he going to secretly gank here? They feel safe because Hecarim just left there, and then Urgot making a play on top side. Oh,
yep, they definitely feel safe. They sense that Olaf is there.
Twisted advance.
Oh man, the ultimate comes out from Maokai. Xerath goes down. They almost caught out Jinximu, but Jinximu completely disengaging it, trusting her team that, hey, they got it.
Yeah.
Xerath goes down, and that's another for Fresno State.
Yep. And again, that's such a hard lane to not die against in bot lane when a Maokai exists with Flash, you know? And that's the huge struggle right here. And you'll see the level disadvantage right now between junglers. And this is a very pivotal point. It's where a jungler that is ahead flies out of control and gets like this crazy level lead.
Yeah, from 9 to 13, right?
Yeah,
That's what Alofa was saying.
and if Hecarim doesn't do something to counterbalance that, it's going to be a rough time for them. And it looks like a delivery
Oh,
from Shen.
look, delivery coming out. Hecarim ultimate. Xerath also trying to do his best to go ahead and deal out some damage far, far away. Quest is actually stuck in the middle of it. Gets a stun up. Oh, but Cassiopeia gets a 2-man stun on top of that. Jinximu is getting ran down by the Vayne. Oh, and a horrible dragon fight. It looks like Fresno State was not ready for that. Didn't have an answer, and Quest got sandwiched in. Leon S. Kennedy and both Chunky Monkey got melted there. Well done by Colorado State.
Yep, and that's exactly what I was talking about, where if Hecarim just gets to go in and do whatever he wants, it's going to be pretty hard for Fresno State to try and stop that. Like, I mean, at this point, Hecarim is just going to accelerate. And this is exactly what I was talking about. The pivotal point where junglers start accelerating past one another, and it looks like Olaf just got stopped. And now Hecarim is going to get his core items here. He's going to get that Trinity Force on this back, and then just a hard accelerate into the game. And depending on how well the teams play, Hecarim's going to just fly out of control here. But again, there's still a good fight in both teams right now. Vayne is starting to get very strong, finishing the call, getting a killing spree going on, and possibly coming to a power spike here as well too.
Yep, this is once she gets that Bork, she's gonna be dealing with Maokai that much easier. Oh, but Leon S. Kennedy is here for the Shen. Shen, oh, walking into a bush. Is able to get out of that with his E, his taunt.
Yeah. And it looks like they're popping Raphael topside, counter pressuring. Looks like Colorado State's going to respond, but Zillion there sooner than them. Flash available from Shen, though. This could be a very bad play for Fresno State here.
Oh, look at this, though. They are going to be able to melt Shen right away. Olaf, unfortunately, does go down. Oh, Zillion ultimate, but Baking Yummy is getting extremely low. They do answer back by taking down Bacon Yummy. And yep, Fresno State having to cut their losses. They already took the turret, they took 1 kill. They don't want to go ahead and force anything else.
Yep, and Bacon Yummy's ult going wide. Don't think it would have made much of a difference there. But again, nonetheless, pressure being pushed in heavily in the top side. And I don't think that Shen outscales the Urgot there. And a big ultimate coming from Zera, forcing the Monsoon from Jinximu. Oh, a big twisted advance, possibly getting the kill.
Oh man, he did. The combo came out really slow. Unable to punish Xerath under the turret.
Yeah, and there's actually a trick for Maokai where if you put it in the direction away from them, it'll hit them from behind. That was something that he could have done to make sure that he got the snare out.
Oh, actually goes down right under the turret, got a little too low. And the same thing for Leon S. Kennedy. Another,
Yeah, and a big play being made from Colorado State. Like I was saying, Hecarim hasn't backed here for a long time, so he's going to be getting a lot of items here. And Shen being able to answer mid, and then in the bot lane, it's not going too well. And as I was saying before the game too, DJ Kush and Ketchy feeling very confident in picking this lane that directly counters those two champions individually. Vayne counters Maokai, Xerath counters Janet. So being able to make those choices in the middle of draft were very smart and very well planned out. But I do definitely want to see the transition from mid to late game and see how that pans out, because that does require a lot more coordination and a lot more preparation.
Yeah. Oh, Zillion here, trying to poke out the Shen.
Yeah, and Shen being taken out pretty low, has United We Stand available, and still has Flash for that really cheeky, flashy engage. So there's still a lot to look for here. And again, that level disadvantage, now an advantage for Rudolph here, being 1 level up. And again, Trinity Force and Mercury Treads completed on the hyper carry jungler Rudolph. And each team hyperscaling right now.
Yeah. A lot of A lot of bounties are still available though.
Yep. And and the TP coming in, very scary here.
Oh,
Not being punished though. Yeah, and it looks like this dragon fight's gonna be pretty important here, because the Shen does have United We Stand available and is applying pressure on the top side as well too. So let's see if they try to engage on this Vayne and see how it goes.
oh, they're going onto the Vayne. They do land the Twister, the knockup. Stand United comes in. Monsoon comes out. Unfortunately, no one was within the heal range. 2 members of Fresno State go down, and this is looking like it's slipping away from Fresno State.
Yeah, and it looks like this dragon's going to be given up right to Colorado State, and that's going to put them closer to Dragon Soul. But again, it is just a mountain Drake. It isn't necessarily the strongest Drake, but can still be extremely pivotal in a team game, team fight.
Yeah, hopefully Fresno State gets it, because that will definitely complement their team comp that much more.
Yep.
All right. Drake over to Colorado State. It looks like Urgot and Jana, are there. Big damage though.
Zareth with the Magi stacks, feeling very confident. I like it. And again, the Colorado State just playing very well, playing away from a lot of the team play, leaving Zillion out of a lot of the fights. Zillion struggling to find these fights as well too, so props to Colorado State for making sure that they're trying to work away from it, and then as well as trying to shut down the Urgot, and also playing around, or I should say playing not around the Maokai and allowing Maokai to do Maokai things. Again, just a very well played by Colorado State all around right now.
Yeah. The CS differential too on the Maokai and the Vayne. They really zoned them out in the early game from so much CS. Oh, and look at this, Baking Yumi might be getting caught out. The taunt coming out. Oh, does land the ultimate onto the Cassiopeia. Does turn it around and pick up a kill onto him. Jinxie Moon now trying to turn it around onto the Vayne. The Zerot doing his best to go ahead and damage people off. Oh, but Maokai, here he comes. Flash snare. Does land it onto the Vayne. They're able to turn it around. Oh, Zera trying to pick up a kill onto Jinxie Moo. Jinxie Moo uses the Monsoon. Oh, does flash for it. Jinxie Moo having a flash for respect. It looked like she was out of it. And for Fresno State being that behind, they played it extremely well.
Yeah, and a big shutdown taken away from Vayne. And then on top of that, Zillion still has ultimate. The extreme patience again from QST, understanding that he has the time to just hold out on that and being able to wait on it. So again, a lot of trust, and then Jinxie Moo having to flash and also trusting that she can dodge.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of trust in between happening and understanding, hey, if I don't dodge, I'm just going to flash, don't waste your ult, and then I might waste my flash as well, So being able to make those coordination, that sense of coordination, and then also being able to make that play, props to Bacon Yummy making that insane flash play, anticipating that Cassio flash and ultimate, and then being able to make that execute while blowing up his knees. Talk about multitasking.
The ACL tears.
That was a good one. Yeah, so just as Bringetto mentioned that. But yeah, so again, it looks like a tempo swing again, not necessarily too not as significant as it may have seemed for Fresno State, but still nonetheless somewhat of a turn of events, and being able to at least contest the map here. You see the Vision being pushed out and the Rift Herald being taken from the side of Fresno State, so denying that is going to allow them to secure the defense onto the mid turret, as you can see, and Colorado State struggling to break in just because they have a Vayne as the AD carry, struggling to find damage onto the turret. And Gianna just constantly shielding a tank, increasing the efficiency of that shield, and just not letting them get through it whatsoever. Not even the minions are touching the turret, so can't even whittle away at it.
There was a lot of people invested in taking that bot, those bot camps from Leon S. Kennedy. Baking Yummy was able to shove the top wave all the way to the inner turret. Like you said, they've been doing a great job at defense defending this mid turret.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna say real quick. I think the next play needs to be very, very big with that Rift Herald.
Yeah.
I think this is where it's the part of the game where the death timers are long enough to probably get a double charge onto that mid, onto the bot, onto the top. You know, really solidify your map and taking down the turrets.
Yeah, and Baron is up now on the map too. Past 20 minutes.
Yep.
20 minutes is when Baron spawns, so deaths just become that much more important to deny from happening. So Janna being very good at that. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But again, Urgot, aka Bacon Yummy on the Urgot, is starting to become a problem in the top lane. Shen can no longer deal with him due to the sustain of Death's Dance. Yeah. So again, that Rift Herald, again, like you were saying, is going to be pivotal in this game because it is going to be spawned, I'm sure of it, when the dragon comes up to make sure that they can deny that.
Yep, and it looks like this is the play here. 12 seconds. Colorado State going a little too early, in my opinion.
Big poke coming down on the Vayne there.
Yep, Rift Herald now popped. They got to worry about two things at once. This is the hard part of this game. Ekram already starting the dragon though. Cassiopeia is there. Are they going to be able to turn onto them? Rift Herald does go onto the mid turret. Oh, and look at this! A 4-man Petrified Gaze dealing out extreme amounts of damage. Jinximu goes down. Olaf does survive with the Zillion ultimate. Bacon Yummy does get an execute onto him, but Vayne now is a 1-man wrecking crew along with the Cassiopeia double kill. And oh no, they disrespectfully just walked right in. That was their fight to win.
Yeah, and Frankie G did a wonderful job, and that was one thing that they needed to do. They needed to stun the Zillion as they were bursting everybody, and that worked exactly how they should have done it. Yeah. It was beautifully set up. Frankie G using that vision control between that pillar from Mountain Drake, and this is a thing where you have to get familiar with the terrain. She's hiding right behind it so they can't see her cast and their animation isn't shown. Yeah. So they all got caught by surprise, and a simple ward over the wall or a bomb over the wall would have definitely, prevented that surprise from happening. But look at that. And as you were saying, it's going to blow the game out of control, that single play. So picking up that dragon right into that Baron, since Vayne has an insane amount of damage along with Cassiopeia, I mean, it's looking pretty grim at this point. And if they can survive, if Fresno State can survive through this push, I think that there's still a bit of fight left in them. Yeah. And that mid turret, if it doesn't fall, I'm thinking that there's still a very good chance that Fresno State can have come back in this.
Yeah, I thought the Zillion speed boost was gonna go onto the Olaf,
and he was gonna Ragnarok.
Yeah, he was just gonna. Yeah, exactly. Or even just like completely ignore the drag and go towards the Cassiopeia. You know what I mean? While the rest of the team goes and tries to delete the Hecarim before it goes down. I know the Drake was very, very low, so they did respond a little slow, in my opinion. But hey, kudos to Colorado State finding a great initiation onto Fresno State themselves. Look at this now, Cassiopeia trying to run down the Olaf. Hecarim is on the bot side, need to be careful. Let's see how well they defend this turret. Ooh, looking good. Looking good so far. Colorado State actually not investing too much in getting this mid turret. Nobody is in the top side though, while Shen is knocking at the inner top turrets. Ragnarok is online again, but needs to be careful. The health cannot back that up. Ooh, ultimate comes out. Stopwatch does come out. Is the redemption coming in just in time? No. Ekram able to pick up a kill under the turret. Well done by Colorado State. They will both have to back off, and now it leaves them open for that mid outer turret. Yep, one goes down. Cassiopeia is actually trying to engage onto that Zillion. Zillion does have the water gun though.
And this is what I was talking about. It's not looking good for Fresno State because they dropped that mid turret. If they defended that mid turret and just let the sides drop, it wouldn't have been nearly as catastrophic. Yeah. Catastrophic.
Yeah.
And it's looking really good right now for Colorado State. They're just playing it really well. They expended the Hecarim ultimate, but it doesn't look like Fresno State's trying to capitalize on that at all.
Yep, and look at that. They're actually melting Chunky Monkey, stopping from any engage going. Zeroth ultimate coming out. The Monsoon, though, to heal him up. Unable to leaving Zeroth unable to execute anybody. Quest is still kind of low though for my liking. The water gun comes out. Ooh, double bomb does not land on anybody. Ooh, flashes for the Vayne. The Vayne actually is getting caught out in a sticky situation. They're all still trying to hone in on him. Cassiopeia gets a petrified gaze on 2 of them. That's a double kill for Leon S. Kennedy though. The Zillion ultimate revives Baking Yummy. One-man wrecking crew. Let's see if he can go ahead and turn this around. No, unfortunately, too much damage. And that is a 2 for 2. Still pretty well from Fresno State considering how ahead Colorado State is. But the eye on the prize, I think, is his next Dragon in 1 minute, correct?
No, yeah, for sure. And even then, I don't even think that the Dragon secures the game. I think it's the Elder Drake that is going to secure this game.
Yeah.
So I'm considering for Colorado State, and if I was in their position, I wouldn't even go for that Dragon. I don't even want Elder Drake to be on the map because that's their only lose condition at this point, you know?
Yeah.
And Vayne is only going to get stronger at this point, as well as Xerath is already at a 25 Magi stack.
Ooh.
Like, he just is going to deal too much damage for the team of Fresno State to even work with. But again, how confident are they in their team play? If they're very confident, if Colorado State is very confident, then yes, they should take this Mountain Drake and play for that Elder Drake to close out the game. But again, it's not looking so good because, again, they're trading kills there. That was a 2 for 2. They had a Baron power play, and they could have just backed out, maintained control, but they ended up giving up a lot of gold from that Vayne, blowing and expending the Summoner spells and still going down. And I think the Summoner spells are way more valuable on the side of Colorado State right now because of that Zillion speed up. So again, I'm just looking into it for them. I don't think that was necessarily worth it because I think Vayne's next flash and exhaust is definitely going to be the win condition for closing out the game.
Oh, and look at this. They did exactly what you hoped they wouldn't do. They pick up the mountain, so it's because the soul is just so baity.
Right.
it attracts so much attention. Yeah.
You just want that extra set of stats. So again, if I see them lose to an Elder Drake, I'm gonna be super sad for them.
Yeah.
And I hope it doesn't happen. So again, something just to look for. I hope that they close out the game with that soul.
Oh, okay. Oh, modest man. I hope they don't. I
gotta do my part.
I'm a mind my words and say forget that.
Yeah, so again, Shen just pushing the sides, a lot of good pressure, very textbook by Colorado State. Oh, and it looks like Hecarim trying to push for something here.
Trying to go onto the Olaf. Leon S. Kennedy though actually fends himself off. Doesn't pop the Ragnarok, so he doesn't really bait any ultimate or resource for that.
Yeah, and there's a GA. I didn't see that till now on Urgot. So there's gonna be 3 lives on that Urgot. Looking to see how well he's going to be able to utilize
Look at this. Fresno State's looking to engage onto the Cassiopeia while defending the mid turret. They do land a double bomb onto the Hecarim. Oh, but look at this. Stand United actually made them retreat.
That was a good bait by Fresno State, but it looks like they're going to take too much damage here and not be able to defend bot side turret. But it looks like they're getting engaged on Zera.
Oh, look at this. Zera trying to go through onto the Urgot. Not the target you want, though. Chunky Monkey trying to do his best. Zillion does pop the ultimate onto him. Chunky Monkey comes back for all that CC. The Cassiopeia goes down along with Leon S. Kennedy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Cassiopeia takes down Leon S. Kennedy, but the Hecarim does go down. Mid inhibitor is getting taken by the Vayne. Fresno State having to go to the base to heal up. That is 2 inhibitors for Colorado State. Is Fresno State going to be able to engage onto them, though? It is only 3. Looks like Vayne is trying to come back. Zera putting in a lot of work with the damage. Quest walking up, trying to find some kind of opportunity for them. Chunky Monkey as well walked up. Bot inhibitor gets secured by Colorado State. The Mountain Soul comes through. They have the shields. Fresno State still lurking around, trying to catch someone slipping.
Yeah, and there's not enough damage coming out from Fresno State right now. And again, that Mountain Soul is just doing so much work. The amount of HP that they had left at the end of the fights, if they didn't have that extra HP from that shield, they would have definitely been. They would have definitely started that death timer.
Yeah.
So being able to pick that up, they're making great use of it. But again, there's a Baron being called here by Fresno State.
Oh!
And the ultimate being whiffed.
Mechanical misplay by Bacon Yummy.
Yeah, you can definitely see the nerves coming through.
Yeah.
It's a very, very tough position to be in right now. And Cassio trying to run down that Maokai here.
It almost looked like he tried to predict the toss, but he wasn't in range. Urgot's E, when he tosses the enemy champion back, Yeah, it looks like he wasn't in range enough for it, and the Baron getting teased by Colorado State.
Yeah, and they're playing it really textbook. They're just sitting there, waiting, trying to mess around with it. Letting the super minions push in here.
Oh, look at this. Quest was able to bait out the taunt. Are they going to be able to return kill onto Shen? Double bomb onto him, but the resistances, no damage really being applied to him. Hecarim going in. Actually stopped. Stand United popped onto him. The Vayne doesn't quite get snared. Ragnarok popped by the Olaf. Trying to go onto the Hecarim, but Hecarim is just dealing out so much damage. Complemented by the Xerath ultimate. Redemption being popped on the 4 remaining members of Fresno State. Oh man, supers are at their nexus as well. Those turrets are taking a lot of damage. The one on the right is at least.
Yeah, and really good setup by Colorado State. Playing it really again textbook, waiting for the super minions to push in, putting Fresno State on that timer, and really putting them under pressure to make a decision. And it worked in favor of Colorado State. Leon S. Kennedy on the Olaf, having to try and make that jump from the backside, not really finding anything there, ended up costing his life. Jared being able to assist Hecarim in a fight where I think Hecarim would have actually lost in a 1v1 against the Olaf there. So being able to find that position was really well done by Colorado State.
Yeah, I'm surprised Fresno State isn't trying to do like a cheeky type of death bush on a rotation path, you know? The Xerath definitely needs to lose some of those stacks, but I think it's at the point of the game where it's kind of a throw decision, you know?
Yeah.
To go ahead and try to death bush for someone getting caught out in a rotation. Nonetheless, though, still have a little bit of life left in them. Let's see how Fresno State can play these next team fights.
Yeah, and it's they're not being pressured too hard by super minions here. Maokai's not there yet. It looks like they're trying to fish out some resources. Yep. And then as well as finding Urgot on the side with Cassio here. Not looking so hot.
Oh, actually trying to retreat.
Not looking so good.
Does lose the Guardian Angel. Bacon Yummy try to retreat the other way to go ahead and save the rest of Fresno State. Fresno State was clumped up, so Xerath was able to maximize some of that damage from his ultimate. Oh, double bomb popped in. Oh, they're just completely running out Fresno State. Monsoon comes out. The Zillion ultimate comes out for Jinximu. Jinximu is going to come back to life, only to go down again. Chunky Monkey, the last remaining Fresno State member, trying to stay alive, but I don't think it matters. That's an ASU for Colorado State. And now Fresno State goes down, I think, in this best of 3. Yep, death timers are all out. Colorado State confirms this win.
That was a very well played by Colorado State.
Yeah, well done. They completely nullified that bot lane of Chunky Monkey and Jinximu. Incredible adaptation by Colorado State. It looks like they did have the answer for that meatball comp. And unfortunately, the Fresno State does not pick up the win in this best of 3. There is still a loser's bracket, so the opportunity's still there. Hopefully, they're able to get some more practice in. Let me see if I got that schedule. One moment. I'm pretty sure I'm able to post it. 1 second. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't think I got it. Let me check. I know there's for sure a loser's bracket. Oh, that ain't it. Here. I'm trying to get it for you guys. So kudos to Colorado State. They do take down Fresno State in this best of 3. They did have the answer for it all. Meatball comp does not work. No, meatball comp works, but just not in this situation. Yeah, so now we know Colorado State definitely has an early game play style. Really taking advantage of the rotations. The jungle pathing is almost like has a purpose every time. Kudos to Colorado State. And Fresno State, it's all right. We're still in this tournament. No worries. We got, what, 2 members of the Corn Dogs in there? All right, we got this. All right, so that was our last game, folks. Colorado State versus Fresno State. They're able to take the best of 3. And right before I let you guys go, I am trying to find the schedule, because Fresno State does play again. If they lose, so they did lose. But I'm just sorry. I was just trying to go back on my memories. If they win, it was on this day. If they lose, it was on this day. Oh man, I can't find the schedule. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. This one? No. Is it this one? No. Oh, found it. Yeah. Let's go. All right. So Fresno State match 3. So loser of 3. Where does it go? Loser of 3 goes up against loser of 2. So we're either up against, let's see. Should I put it on the screen? You guys want to see it? Here. I'll put it on the screen for everybody. What? So here we go. So they're up against either UNLV or Air Force. Boise University is going to be playing up against them. So the loser of this match will go up against us. We are the loser of match 2. So loser of 2 and 3. So 2 and 3. We will be playing October 6th, 6 p.m. So that is right away this Tuesday coming up. We should be streaming it. It should be getting streamed. So there you have it, everybody. So today's games for AOE, we had Boomer Boys versus GZG. GZG was able to upset Boomer Boys and claim their throne. As of now, this is a double round robin season for AOE Arena. For the second match, we had Free Agents upset Sunnyside Varsity. But then in turn, while we were streaming the Fresno State versus Colorado State game, we had Free Agents actually lose to Sunnyside JV. So the big question is, out of those 3 teams, who's the best? And GZG, Boomer Boys, they will still meet up again, so there is still life there. And then here for the collegiate team, we had Colorado State versus Fresno State. Unfortunately, we did lose in this best of 3. Colorado State played exactly to the flaws of Fresno State, so well done to them. Look forward to the community chat this Friday. I think that's pretty much it for us. Oh, tomorrow we will be having 1 game, though. Let me go ahead and look up that game. Let's go. And thanks for watching, everybody, as well. You know, before I go ahead and let out this last the match for tomorrow, because Sunnyside JV versus Free Agents was supposed to be tomorrow, but it got rescheduled today. No worries, that's perfectly fine. It sucks that we couldn't stream it, but hey, if somebody's got the recording, send that over to me. That way, we just have it in our records. And then it's gonna be Sunnyside Varsity versus Boomer Boys. GZG's by round is tomorrow, so we'll probably have El Oso on the casting booth with me. And then Sunnyside Varsity versus Boomer Boys. We'll see if they can go ahead and beat Boomer Boys beat Sunnyside JV. And if it's gonna continue on to the same thing, Sunnyside Varsity should beat Boomer Boys because they're beating everybody that has beaten Sunnyside JV. And then in return, Sunnyside JV is beating everybody who's beating Sunnyside Varsity. So big question right there. Kudos to the high school teams. And there we go. So tomorrow, Sunnyside Varsity versus Boomer Boys. And that's going to still be the 5 p.m. game, if I could remember correctly. Any Sunnyside Varsity members in the chat, let me know. Let me know if they're still they're still going to be at 5 p.m. And there we have it, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.